Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie, the Introverted Reader, and I do want to apologize to you guys first of all. This video is a week late because I didn't film for you guys last Tuesday, and I meant to, but like if you follow me on Twitter, you would know I had a really bad cold, and it got me it got me good, and I just wasn't feeling up to it. So I didn't film last Tuesday. Sorry if I still sound maybe a little bit congested, but I am feeling a lot better now. But yeah, today's video is going to be a review on Like a Charm by Elle McNicoll. This was our Introverted Reader book club pick for the month of December, and yes, I finished it a couple days ago. But I'm super excited to get into talk about it. I'll not keep you for too long, and sorry for my attire as well. I'm still in a ratty hoodie because it is so cold. So I'm just keeping this hoodie on, but we're gonna hydrate and we're gonna talk about this lovely book. Now, I have only ever read one other book by Elle McNicoll prior to this one, and it was A Kind of Spark, which was her debut, and I absolutely adored it. It was so good. And this one had been sitting on my shelf for a really long time, and I felt so bad that I hadn't read it yet, but this is actually her most recent one. Another one came out prior to this, and that's Show Us Who You Are. I haven't read that, but a lot of people have said there's a certain chapter in that book that's really, really sad, and I'm scared to read it, but I will eventually. But anyway, so this is a story about a girl called Ramia, and she used to live with her mom and dad in London, but then they moved to Edinburgh. And Edinburgh is it's a very old city if you've ever been there before, and it does have a magical vibe to it. And this book talks about how Ramia, whenever she gets to Edinburgh, she can see all the magical creatures that live in Edinburgh. Like, she can see fairies floating about. She sees statues coming to life. Like, see this statue here, the wee dog, Greyfriars Bobby. Like, there's a scene where she's walking towards the bookstore and it comes to life and jumps down and starts walking about, and she's looking at it going, what? Can anybody else see that? And I was like, no. So now Ramia is a really, I feel really terrible saying special, but she is special. I mean that in the kindest way possible. What I mean by that, obviously she has this gift and that she can see these magical creatures. Now, her family are pretty magical because her grandfather, who was really the only one that really understood her in her family, she was really, really close to her grandfather. And the very last time that she sees him, they're having a Christmas party at their parents' house. And her and her granddad are sitting at the piano, and this woman comes over and tries to get her to play something on the piano, but immediately Rami just like freezes and she's like, no, I don't want to. And then the woman says again, play something on the piano, and Rami's just like, no, I don't want to. And then everybody in the room gets so upset with her. Her mom shouts at her, tells her she's being so rude and so terrible. But Rami knew there was something up about this woman. And then sadly her grandfather passes away, and he leaves her this book. And this book is like a record of all the magical creatures that live within the city of Edinburgh, or like sort of within the area they live in. And he basically leaves her that, and written inside is beware the sirens. And that's literally it. And this book is basically Ramia, trying to like figure out why her grandfather left her this, why she's been given this gift, and why, like, who are the sirens, why do we need to be wary of them, and all this. And it's so well written. I love Elle McNicoll's writing. It's so well written. I love the way she's able to like weave all the magical, like fantastical stuff into it. And also as well, Ramia is dyspraxic. Is that, hold on, let me see if I can get this right. Hold on. Yes, the protagonist of the story has been diagnosed with dyspraxia, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, formerly known as developmental coordination disorder. It affects motor skills and processing, And the author, Elle, says herself that she was diagnosed with this when she was 9. She says, it makes my handwriting messy, but like Ramia, no one has ever been allowed to tell me what I can or cannot do. And a lot of this book is Ramia dealing with that. Like, she can't, because like her teachers give her such a hard time in her school. Like, she has one teacher, I think he's called Mr. Isaac. Hold on, Mr. Mr. What is his name? I should have looked this up beforehand. Let me see. Mr. Ishmael. Why did I say Mr. Isaac? Mr. Ishmael. And he is probably the one and only teacher in her school that actually like genuinely cares about her. And she talks about how a lot of times, like, she gives them a lot of attitude, but at the same time she's just like, well, when everybody seems to not care all that much about you, keeps telling you that you're the problem, you eventually just give up. And I was like, the way I felt so seen. How was Elle able to reach into my soul like that and allowed me to feel so seen? I do not suffer from dyspraxia. I don't. So I can't relate in that regard. But obviously, being the autistic spectrum, that I can relate to. You know, being told that you're the problem, being told that you're the one that needs to like fix yourself and do better. And it's just like, no, you're meant to be the teacher. You're meant to be the educator. Why don't you care a little bit more? And I love that. I loved it so much. Like, I felt for her so hard. And like, it's just, this is such a lovely book. Like, it's about like accepting yourself for yourself and realizing that, yeah, sure, you might not go at the same speed as everybody else, but does that matter? No, because you have so much more to offer the world. And as well, like, I love Elle's writing. I've said this numerous times before, but like it just, this story just made me feel so warm inside. Like, I just remember smiling like an idiot, like whenever Ramia was like getting more confidence in herself and, you know, realizing that my grandfather left me this gift and I'm going to use it. And if he believed in me, and if no one else is going to believe in me, that's fine. I've dealt with that my whole life. Like, it's like, you know, remember that meme of Lady Gaga that was going about talking about like, if 100 people were in the room and 99 didn't believe in you, but one person does, you know, it's sort of that mentality, you know, like, even if in a room full of hundreds, only one believes you, like, look at that one person and be all like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And not just for you, but I'm gonna do it for myself. And I loved it. And I love, like, she reconnects with other members in her family throughout this book. Like, she has a cousin called Marley, and she hardly ever sees him because for some reason her mom and her sisters don't speak to each other. So whenever she reconnects with him and they become best friends and not just cousins, and it's like, it reminded me of my relationship with my cousin, because me and my cousin were always really close when we were kids, and we're still close to this day. Like, I do consider him a, you know, my buddy, my best friend. So it's just like that, you know, that got into my feelings, into my heart. So all in all, I love this book. I love the descriptions of the city of Edinburgh. I've been there a few times. It's beautiful. It's, you know, it definitely does have a magical quality to it. And if you've never been to Edinburgh, you should try and go sometime because it's a lovely city. But yeah, I love this. Themes of family, themes of like, you don't have to like listen to anybody else and what they say you can and cannot do. You know, if you believe in yourself, that's enough. And I love that. And I feel like this is going to be such an important book for children to read. Like, if a wee child with dyspraxia sits and reads this and sees themselves in this, it's just, oh, it just warms my heart. And anybody out there that does suffer with dyspraxia, my heart goes out to you. I hope you are doing well. You are wonderful. You're absolutely wonderful. Don't let anybody put you down. I love you. So I love this. 5 out of 5 stars. So I attempted to try and copy my makeup to this book cover. There's a whole ton of colors going on here, but I don't know if I pulled it off. It looks a little messy, which is why I'm sitting quite far away. But if you haven't read this, I highly recommend that you pick it up, because it's beautiful. And I think A Kind of Spark is being turned into a TV show, which is going to be amazing. It's going to be so good. But yeah, I love this. Haven't read. If you have not read it, pick it up. It's beautiful. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're getting prepared for the festive season or whatever holiday it is that you celebrate. I think, wait, no. Hanukkah starts next week. So for all my Jewish friends, happy Hanukkah. For everybody else, Merry Christmas. And for anyone that doesn't celebrate either, I just hope you're having a good day. I hope you're having a grand day. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking. Socials down below, subscribe if not already, ring the bell so that you know whenever I upload next, which will be at the weekend. So I will see you on Saturday. I love you all. Bye.